Hey, this is BarHarborBasher's RPM arm flipped arms mod to get more ground clearance. So I've done this on mine. I haven't done all the other stuff he's done. He just put a video out today. I'll give a link to the video to show everything he's done. I'm getting about 3 3/8 right now between here and that point. Close, about a 16 short of 3/8. He says he's getting closer to 4 inches. I think it's because of the other stuff he's done to it. I'll compare it to my ready to roll Yeti. You can see how the arc of the arms come up, what a benefit that is, versus this. When the arms swoop down, you get about a 1/2 inch from here to there with that bubble of plastic, whatever you want to call that. So yeah, arms flipped for the high clearance mod, BarHarborBasher, stock. So according to him, he's getting 4 inches, so I should be able to come up about another almost 3/4 of an inch. What was I getting? About another 3/4 of an inch to get closer to 4. That I can bring that up. Got to do a bunch of other mods to it. All right, so here's the other area of concern right here. See how much farther the arm comes up? So flipping the arms is causing the arm to hit the steering rack. Hope you can see that. You can see here that the steering rack is at the same level of the arm. So now it won't turn. There, it will turn. That's fully compressed. And there it clears. One thing I've done, take this wheel off real quick. I cut these ears off of the steering rack. They used to sit me. Okay, I cut these ears off the steering rack, and they used to sit right there. They used to sit right there. I cut them off, and that's where the steering link used to mount, was down here. As you can see, it hit the arm. So I cut them off and mounted the steering link over here, straight to the servo saver arm right here, and then the steering rack down there. I did the same thing for the other side, and I'm using an E-Revo extended pillow ball inside there to lift this rod link up off, so that when you compress the suspension, it doesn't try to pop the rod end off. Plus, it was causing, because it was so tight, it was also causing on full suspension compression, it was causing the wheel to toe out. So this is the stock link still, and this is all off of like a Summit or off the Summit or E-Revo. These rod ends and that that the ball that goes in there, extended ball. Now you can see this doesn't turn out. If you had the stock, when I had the stock ends on there, when I compress the suspension, it'd cause it to toe out. Anyways, that's that. And then I also mounted this on top. I just ran a bolt all the way through and secured it with a nylon lock nut on top. I'll see how I like this for a while. Still got a little clearance on the dog bone from the cup. I can imagine going down to get your 4 inches. Might start having issues with this hitting. But I think with the other work that BarHarborBasher's done to it, that also kind of helps eliminate that. So, yeah, I'll leave the link on his video so you can show what he did to the front end to get his 4 inches. And once I take this apart again, I'll decide whether I want to do that or not. The other thing I want to do is these bolts that go through the steering posts. When you go to put all this stuff together, it's a real fumble fuck. I mean, it's frustrating to get the steering posts. They just kind of set on. They don't lock into position until you clamp all this stuff down onto it. So you're trying to keep your whole steering assembly in place. Plus put this on there and this on there and the screws through everything. Well, these are M3 50 millimeter cap head screws. And I'm going to get some 60 millimeter ones, and I'm going to come up through the bottom. And that way I can just set the steering posts and everything right on top of those screws and these two parts. And once you get the steering posts sitting on there, they ain't going to go anywhere. And that's a big part of the problems with steering posts want to move as you're trying to line up the screws to push them through. So once they're going up, it'll hold the steering posts in place. And I can just put this stuff on top and then put a washer and a nylon nut on top of that to hold it in place. And I think that'll take a lot of the frustration from working on the front end here. It'll be a while before I get electronics, probably maybe another 3 months. Things are a little tight right now. Paint can explosion.